Hello, I'm Michael Colley. Welcome to 5 Minutes with ENGINIUS UK from their group headquarters here in Germany. As we ask the question, why hydrogen? And is it really hydrogen that is going to be powering commercial vehicles when diesel disappears? Hydrogen fuel cell powered vehicles, without doubt a big investment, not just for vehicle operators, but for manufacturers. So what makes ENGINIUS so convinced that hydrogen is the future? Well, with me now to discuss is Dr. Johannes Kirchhoff, Managing Partner of the Kirchhoff Group, within which ENGINIUS stands. Thorsten Baumeister, who's a Managing Director of ENGINIUS here in Germany, where pioneering hydrogen work is being carried out. Patrick Hermannspan, CEO of the Found Group, also within the Kirchhoff empire, whose people make the trucks we see on our streets. And Simon Hyde, CEO of ENGINIUS FZ UK, who's got the task of making the hydrogen vision for commercial vehicles work in the UK. Well, we have 5 minutes to change the world, and our 5 minutes starts now. Dr. Kirchhoff, you've taken a big leap of faith with this commitment to hydrogen. How convinced are you that it is the future?
Well, there is no choice. We have to decarbonize the heavy-duty trucks, and hydrogen is a gas. It's the lightest element we have on Earth with a very high energy density. And it's ideal to use it for a fuel cell-driven truck because we can make out of hydrogen, again, electricity on board while moving.
But isn't the problem that not everyone sees it that way? The hydrogen infrastructure isn't there. There isn't necessarily political support either.
Well, we have to invest. Industry has to invest, and of course government has to invest in the infrastructure. But we have a gas grid, and we can use this gas grid for distributing hydrogen.
Presumably we're at a time where we need to share knowledge around as to what's happening so people know.
Yes, of course. We have to explain it, and in the differentiation of a battery-driven truck, for example, hydrogen has 100 times higher energy when it's compressed, and this is one of the advantages we can use. Okay, material running in a circle is very difficult, and a mass of battery to run in a circle is the burden the battery has.
Okay, well, Thorsten, you're running the pioneering part of the group ENGINIUS itself in a very impressive factory in Germany. Haven't you got the problem that operators understand the idea of electric trucks, but hydrogen is expensive, it's unknown?
For sure, we just have to explain the technology to our customers, so because it's not so common. But what we just can say, we have about 150 trucks now on the road in daily use for our customers.
But increasingly, there are more electric vehicles on the road. Aren't you trying to bring in technology that perhaps people don't even want?
No, I think hydrogen is one really good alternative because when you see the weight of one battery, for example, for 100 kilowatt hours, you need 1 ton. So when you need a complete heavy-duty truck driven by battery electric, so you need more than 4 tons of batteries. So instead of only less weight in hydrogen.
And of course, the technology is being used, isn't it now, in Europe and to a point in the UK. Let me turn to you, Patrick, if I may, because your part of the group has been producing and is still producing diesel trucks. How committed are you to hydrogen?
Totally. I'm totally committed because hydrogen will be the way to decarbonize trucking and also transportation. And in Germany, at the moment, we have more than 90 hydrogen fuel stations on the road or in the country deployed. And with 150 trucks, Thorsten mentioned, most of them are running in Germany. And that is more than we're having battery electric vehicles for garbage collection. So we are totally convinced, and we know that this will be one big part of the future for carbon neutral transportation.
Do you not face the argument that people say, but we've got electricity, we've got a network, let's plug in, that's the answer?
But we need carbon neutral energy. So this has to be important because, for example, in Germany and also in other countries, we will not have enough space to produce by windmill or solar power all this green energy. So we have to import it from sun-rich countries, for example, and the way of transportation and storage and using energy. It's better to do it on the long run with the hydrogen than doing it with a cable because electricity is very difficult to store.
Well, Simon, you're the guy who's got to make this this vision work in the UK. Is the UK, well, catching up on this? Is it going to happen?
I think the net zero targets and the legislation that the government imposed a while ago certainly has warmed up the fraternity without question. And I think operators, public and private, are starting to realise they've got to start moving. They've got to start make those changes. So yes, it is warming up.
And you're here in Germany because you've brought potential customers over, fleet operators, local authorities, to see this hydrogen, to see the vehicles. What reaction are you getting from them?
Oh, it's very, very positive. I mean, it's been hugely a good point for us because we had the St Helens truck that's been working for 12 months now. It's operating successfully, and I think that's given us confidence, and I think people are wanting to have more information, more data, and they want to see how it's going to work. So without question, it's aroused a lot of interest for us. Okay,
25 seconds left. An exciting future, a worrying future? How do we make it work?
I personally think it's very positive, particularly with the consultative approach that we've got. We're joining the dots. So the hydrogen infrastructure, as Johannes said, the private and public investment is there. So we've got people just trying to join the dots to help it realise it can be made real.
5 seconds, it's going to happen?
Let's look for hydrogen out of biomass, and then we have a real path which is following nature, and we can use that hydrogen.
And there we are, our 5 minutes is up. Thank you, Johannes, Torsten, Patrick, Simon, thank you. And from ENGINIUS UK here in Germany, thank you for watching.